So happy New Year to everyone, and I would like to, at the outset, I would like to thank the organizers of LISACON 2021 for giving me an opportunity to present this paper on open data and APIs, data extraction and exploration using Python. Myself, Dr. Anjaneya Reddy, Assistant Librarian, Indira Gandhi Institute of Development Research, Mumbai, and the co-author of this paper is Dr. Shilpa Rani NR, Assistant Professor, Karnataka State Open University, Mysuru. So throughout this presentation, I'll be taking you through open data library, open data and the libraries, open data and APIs. APIs are required and how does it work, and various types of APIs, and Python for data extraction and exploration. So we all know that open data is gaining a momentum in the present world, and we all know that open data is facts, figures, information, and the statistics which is open to all. Anyone can freely access, use, reuse, share, and modify the whatever the data which is available in the public domain. And the data may be made available by the organizations and the individuals and government agencies. And this will bring in a transparency among the system. So if you look at the types of open data which is available in the public domain, that can be categorized based on the subject, that is cultural data, scientific data, financial data, statistical data, and weather climate data, environmental data. These are the types of the open data which are available in the public domain. So anybody can access this data. And if you look at the open data, why it is required for the gaining momentum and why it is required, the prominence, how it is gaining, because this open data plays a crucial role in the society that improves the socio-economic development, because it allows us to find out the solution for all the problems which we face in the society. And it also brings in the transparency and the accountability, and most of the decisions whatever we make, whether it may be a policy maker or the government agency or any organization, that the open data is the base for any kind of such decisions. And it increases the public participation as well as the engagement. It also enhances the progress in research and development, and so it is also possible to work out on the real-time basis problems based on the open data, whatever it is available in the public domain, and it always enhances the better performance and the evaluation in the system. So if you look at the libraries and the librarians angle, the open data, most of the open data which is available on the public domain may not be having the required format which we are looking for or the researcher is looking for. So most of the data is available in the raw form that requires certain kind of aggregation in the curation. And here the librarians and the libraries plays a very crucial role in the data mining and the curating. And also libraries can also play a role in promoting the open data, where exactly the kind of sources where it is available, and how people can access such kind of data in the public domain. And for that, libraries and the libraries need certain set of skills like expertization in data curation and exploration, data collection and development, developing open data portals, making data availability and usability. Librarians as a advisors, they need to promote this kind of activities among the users so that they will get aware about where this kind of data is available and how they can access the resources. So, well, when it comes to the APIs, how these APIs are helpful in extracting the data which is available in the public domain? Yes, stands for the application programming interface, basically which allow us to exchange the data over the HTTP and HTTPS. And API is a mechanism and the common language that allows to interaction between the two applications with certain set of instructions and the standards that defines how it can be built and used, and what a programmer can expect while using such kind of APIs. And these APIs are platform independent that can be used within the software systems. For example, if the client and somebody may be using some other software system, and the server ends, there might be some other software, it is possible to get connect to these APIs as well. So how does it works? Basically, if you look at this flow chart of this API, so user sends a request to browser or client application, and request will be validated by the APIs. And if the request is valid, then it communicate with the web server and the database, and it revert back to the browser or the client applications with the data in the form of JSON or XML. So why these APIs are basically required? Because APIs works across various platforms. It is possible to get connected with various platforms, and It is platform independent kind of system wherein anybody can get connected with each other, and it improves the collaboration between various organizations as well as the individuals. And it is also possible to get connected for the seamless access with the database. And it also adds the additional security layer to the database and the web server. And if you are a researcher or a user wants to retrieve some kind of customized data, it is possible to extract the data through these APIs. And it API supports all kind of data file formats as well: Excel, XML, JSON, all these things formats will be supported. Even the file can be downloaded in the CSV, Excel, all these things. And if you look at the types of APIs based on the usage, we can categorize into three parts. One is the open or public APIs, which can be used by anyone, and private or business APIs, wherein only person those who have access to that kind of APIs only can access those APIs. And hybrid APIs, it is a combination of both public APIs and business APIs. And based on the purposes, we can divide into four parts, like the database APIs, operating system APIs, and remote APIs, and web APIs. So if you look at these APIs, web APIs are the most commonly used APIs. So anybody can access the data over the API like HTTP and URIs. Through that, anybody can access the database and get the data what they're looking for. And when we talk about the web APIs, most commonly used API is the REST API and the SOAP API. When you look at the REST APIs are very faster because they transfer the data through API only through JSON and XML, and uses HTTP or URI for transforming the data. And even if you look at the Koha also supports REST API, wherein we can also share the data with other users, and this is very much useful for integration of ERP. And if you look at the API, the Python for data extraction and exploration, we all know that Python is a programming language which is extensively used for the programming as well as data extraction and exploration. There are many Python programming packages are available to in order to get the extract the data by coding Python language, right? And here what we have done is we have used the World Bank Global Database API to get the retrieve the data. So pre-requirements to do so. So installation of Python and configuration and installation of Python is required, and little knowledge about the Python coding is required. So here we can just see what we have done. We have called the API first, and then we, by giving a one or two words of coding, we could extract the complete data of population of three countries, that is China, India, and Pakistan, for last 60 years by giving only three coding words. In the same way, we can also, as I already mentioned, if using the APIs and the Python coding, we can download the this data as per our requirement, as per our format. So whether if it is required in a CSV or JSON, XML, or Excel format or plain text, it is possible to download. Not only that, it also encourage us to, it also allow us to extract the properties of websites as well as the databases. We can also build beautiful graphs using these Python packages. And if you look at the conclusion part, I would like to conclude my presentation saying that data is gaining more and more prominence in the present era, and open data is increasing like anything. And libraries need to play a role in data curation and data mining, and we need to promote continual access to the users. Sometimes what happens, usually the government institutions or the agencies, they after some time they withdraw the data. In order to enable the continual access, we need to, libraries need to put our efforts to manage our own data sets, archivals, so that people can get access through it. And it is also possible to provide the customized service to our users, and learning coding always helps us to deal with such kind of environment. And nowadays data is considered as a new gold, so we need to have certain set of skills to provide a very good services with regard to the open data to our users. With this, I will end my presentation. Thank you very much.